Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another beautiful night here. And it's actually a Saturday Night Pregame. Let's go, Chris McGraw. How you feeling over there, buddy?
I definitely went too fast again on that fade, and I gotta remember to slow it down.
Take
on the
your
fade.
time, baby. Where you got to go today?
I got places to do and people to be.
You got places to do?
I have people to be.
I want to be one of those places, Chris. Let me just tell you right now, baby boy. Pat, how we feeling today? On this beautiful Saturday. How was your Saturday?
Pat, this has got to be like the first Saturday since tax season ended where you haven't had to do anything.
Correct.
Like, seriously.
It's nice.
It's insane.
It was quite nice, right?
How busy can we be?
I still did like 10 errands, but still good.
What'd you do today, Pat?
I went to the gym. I went to.
And you went to Home Depot. Didn't quite make it to Bed Bath and Beyond.
I didn't make it to Home Depot. It was on the list, but I didn't make it there. I got me, Katrina, ran some errands. Went to Sam's Club. Got some stuff, including the candy cane thing that you can find on the S&P podcast Twitter.
What's the Twitter?
Instagram.
What's the Twitter name, Pat?
At S&P podcast.
At podcast S&P.
God,
yes.
Let's get it together, baby.
Got it.
Should have gone the other way.
Way to go, Chris McGraw. How? Jesus, yeah. Chris, so what'd you do today, buddy? What's your free Saturday?
Your face me, not to the people
No, I
complaining
can't
or
even see it.
anything.
Look, you can see us on there, you silly goose.
Absolutely
I can't see
nothing.
that far, actually.
Can you cannot see that far?
No.
I can see enough of it. I can see Peter moving. I can see I can see my the dome, the glare coming off the dome of my head.
I wear glasses, Peter. That's why.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I did absolutely nothing. I watched the Illinois game. They really pooped the
almost
bed
won,
right?
right?
Yeah, they pooped the bed.
I have the USC winning by 2 tonight versus Cal State.
For 2 points.
Yep. Okay.
How much of that Petri Fresh have you had, Chris?
2 sips, but there were two big ones.
Overpowering scent.
What do we got here, Pat?
This is
what is this little?
This is called
teacup. You gave Katrina a full nice.
I can make it some more.
Nice fat ass glass. You give me and Chris a little tea.
I'm glad.
We're getting a little taste here, right?
What we got? What we tasting?
You know, goddamn complainer over here.
He's hot.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go, baby.
I thought jokingly he was out here because we know arguments this week. You know.
No, there's always going to be an argument when you're
This
here.
is
When Pat Lynch is on the podcast,
There's going to be a goddamn argument, baby.
So here's what. So we saw this display at Sam's Club, and then they give you the option to do a fire nog.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
What?
Fire nog.
I'm not a big eggnog guy.
It's 2 parts. Oh, I might have mixed up the thing. It's supposed to be 2 parts Fireball and 1 part eggnog. It's more like 50-50. But we'll see.
Okay. Well, hey, cheers.
All right.
To the holiday drink.
I'm not gonna lie.
Before even Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not bad.
Pass.
Oh,
God, it's that bad.
that's hot.
That's a lot of Fireball. Mine's all Fireball.
Peter, this you can actually sip like a fine wine.
Oh, my bad.
unlike your Fireball and Pepsi.
You know what I'm tasting? I'm tasting a whole lot of the antifreeze right now.
Oh,
Hey, we're trying to keep that head warm tonight, Chris.
Jesus.
Well, geez, that was.
I try to do it nicely for these guys, and nothing. But
No, it was great. It was great.
I don't think it's that bad.
I appreciate it. I'm not the biggest eggnog guy, so that's like not for me. But
Look, if you can see the antifreeze coming from the bottom of the
Yeah,
Oh,
glass.
I know.
Yeah.
That is sitting in the chest. I don't. Did we do any? Yeah, we did do one Fireball last week.
Yeah, I don't think you were supposed to shoot.
Yeah, we
Peter.
did that at.
We weren't supposed to shoot that, huh?
No.
We did that on Friday, right?
Not
No, I think we
not
did
that
one on
much.
Saturday, too,
No, did we?
That's like a double. That's like a double you just shot.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, did we do a Fireball shot at the bar
wedding?
with the impossibly warm chicken tenders that burned my mouth and throat?
Yeah, talk about like food differential. Right? I was just used to food being cold, so I was like, oh god.
Well, so let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night. We went from 70 degrees last week to
Bitter cold.
15 degrees today.
That was like 45 last weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
Fine.
Saturday was like 38.
But when we did our
it's
podcast,
gotten progressively colder over
when we
the
did our
few days.
podcast last Thursday,
It was 70.
It was 70.
Yeah, it was nice then.
And but at least we're not Buffalo, who unfortunately is getting like 5 feet of snow today.
Did you see?
What are these things on the bottom?
I don't know. That's got me all befuddled.
No, that comes from the eggnog.
Oh, is it in the eggnog?
Thank God. Did you see?
That's nutmeg.
Were you watching any of the college game day this morning, Pierre, when we were on the treadmill?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, the game from last night.
No,
the Montana game or whatever.
It wasn't last night. It was today at 2. It was.
Oh, I didn't.
4 degrees at when we were at college game day.
Yeah,
Notre
that
Dame had like a big snowstorm. I saw.
They had a blizzard play when they were playing, and they were stomping.
Yeah,
they were stomping on
Boston College.
It was like 30-0 by halftime.
They had 30-mile-an-hour winds up in Lansing at the Michigan game.
Yeah. And then unfortunately Illinois was going
into that.
Yeah, it was going against the wind on that one. But again, thank you again for joining us here. Check us out on Instagram and on Instagram, Twitter, at Podcast S&P.
We're on the line, guys. We're on the line. Everywhere you can get us on the line.
You can check us out.
We're everywhere.
You can reach us at the S&P Podcast at gmail.com.
We're not going to pay the $8 for the blue checks.
Pat's
we're
still,
not
waiting
doing
for,
it.
Pat's still waiting for that first email on the email.
There you go.
I don't even know what the password is anymore.
So if you're first time listener, that reminds me, Chris, we have to work on my fantasy football team before we get out tonight.
Oh, God.
I don't have a quarterback, and I think I'm missing a defense.
Speaking of fantasy,
Terrific.
we did quite well last week on the fan duel.
Yeah, we'll save
yes.
that for the sports section, gentlemen.
Yeah, that's a good call.
something
And we got to
excited
go
about
over our. But so if you're a first time listener, what we start here, this is the podcast that is. There's no rhyme or reason, but we usually start with replaying the last Saturday night. And last Saturday, our buddy Joe, who hasn't been here in 2 weeks, I know you guys are sad.
And probably won't be here next week.
Probably won't be here next week, which is killing our views. Let me tell you
Yeah,
what. Joe's
the
not on
ratings are
podcast.
down, folks.
The podcast. If Joe's not on the podcast, it's a tough one.
So
boys.
Joe's not clicking to watch himself, you're trying to say?
That's probably not. Or Sarah's not helping him out, making him feel better. But so last week, Joe got married, and we were all in the wedding party.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Good job, Pat.
You got a button for that, buddy.
We do have a button. Hold on. Let me turn it.
Look, yeah.
There
Nope.
it is.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Way to go, Joe.
We need the slow clap on this one.
yeah.
When we get the bigger one, we get the boo and the slow clap.
Oh, we definitely got to get the boo in there. So, what's it? Continue.
Cantigny.
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 There you go.
And
this pronouncing words segment with Peter McGraw is brought to you by Coors Light.
Say cool. Say cool. Say whip.
cool whip by Hooked on Phonics. Worked for me. So and Joe got married. It was beautiful ceremony. It was probably the hardest drinking I've done.
We had to pump it up.
Yeah, we definitely did.
It was. I wasn't hungover all weekend until like Sunday at
I don't
like
know,
4.
Austin
But
was pretty tough. Austin was pretty. We drank a lot too in Austin.
Yeah, Austin.
we've really put some damage into our liver
in those
last 3 weeks.
Yeah, we might not see Max for like another year.
I couldn't.
Sure.
You can't blame him for that one though.
I think he's Coors Light out for a while.
Yeah.
We hit all. I mean, it was insane how much we had drink. We got to on Friday night was crazy. Saturday was crazy. We stayed out till 5 a.m. on Saturday. Dan started little, took us off. We had a blast, and it was a beautiful ceremony. Again, my biggest probably pet peeve is wedding speeches, but they were nice.
They were for the best man and the maid of honor. They were pretty short and sweet. Sarah's dad, woo, baby,
getting them,
cut that
his,
down.
Reno's could have been, like a second longer.
half
than fine.
second longer for you.
Second and all, yeah.
So, why don't we get into it? So, if you haven't checked out episode 110, not one or
And
one,
why haven't you, by the way?
All
Sure,
you had to
definitely.
do was say to Sarah and Joe, and he would have got it.
And so we did last week. We did a over under for the wedding. We stole this off Reddit, and we're gonna go through the questions real quick, and we're gonna circle who is a winner.
That's not me. I'm sure that.
Will the ceremony start on time? I believe it did.
It did.
Yep.
Okay, so that's.
Yeah, with Sarah's mom.
There was no way that
did.
was not starting on time.
Did the groom cry? Does the groom cry? Chris
Yes.
had yes.
I had no,
Me and Pat had no.
and he did.
Does the bride cry?
Yes.
I had no
yes.
as well.
I had yes, and Pat had no. So that's 3, 2, 1. Length of ceremony. It was 15 minutes. It was definitely over.
Yeah, everybody
So that's
picked
all
the
of
over
us.
on that one. I'm pretty sure.
So Chris is at 4. I'm at 3. Pat's at 2. First dance song. Nobody got.
No, that was good.
And none of us were even close. So
Yeah,
sorry.
no.
Yeah, it was Elvis.
No. It was
No?
it was Temptations, right?
yeah.
How sweet it is to be loved by you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. Length of the best man sheet was. Length of the best man speech was 5:30. It was under
By
less than a second.
By less than a
and
second.
Pat was over, so he's out.
You guys had under?
Yeah, we had all under.
Really?
Yeah.
I was the one who thought
So
Reno was
Chris is on fire here. Chris is 5
Reno
for
was.
5.
I thought Reno was gonna ramble on for the beginning. There, I thought he was gonna ramble for like 7 minutes. And like he was just kind of meandering around.
I'm 4 for 5, and Pat is 2 for 5.
Clearly, I don't know these guys well, so I'm getting cleaned out over here.
Will anyone besides the best man and the maid of honor make it? And me and Chris
I
both
dispute
had-
this question
Yeah.
still.
Hey, Chris,
I still dispute this
Pat's-
question.
Pat's an idiot and didn't listen. Bride tossed the bouquet.
That was
she
a
did
no.
not.
She did not.
Did
Not
not,
that I
and
saw, at
Chris
least.
said yes.
I did.
Peter said no.
What'd I say?
Pat said yes.
I said yes.
Yep.
God damn it.
So Pat is
Pat's just.
I don't know these people at all. Clearly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pat is 2 for 8.
Yep.
So me and Chris are tied right now. Groom removed the garter. No.
I had that one right. I know I said no on that one.
So everybody gets that one.
Ooh, baby. I'm back in the column.
Cake smash. Everybody had no.
Was a no, right?
That was a resounding no.
No. Anyone fall on the floor? We said yes. No one did.
My uncle's like, does my uncle count?
Not really. Exact.
He fell in the bathroom.
Exact time of last call. It was.
That could have been. I think that's up in the air.
That's a no. It's a no contest. Yeah. No one knows.
And then we didn't really put a name down for first to retire, but it could have been Katie.
I think it was Katie.
So I don't think. So I think me and Chris tied.
Or Katie and Brandon.
We're the smartest men alive.
Or Katie and Brandon at the same time.
What's our prize?
You guys get more. I guess I can make.
I don't want that shit. I
can make you another. I don't want it. I can make you another eggnog.
I will have a prize next week. I apologize. I was at a Thanksgiving.
We have the mystery thing in there. If you guys want to do that.
Hey, can we get a brief moment of silence for me and Peter in this? Thank you. That was a round of applause for how well we did on this.
Yes. I was like a brief moment of silence. What happened?
You need Pat not to talk over our round of applause.
I appreciate that. Gotcha. That's a good call. But no, it was a good time, and one of the best weddings I've been to, and I know Joe had a blast and enjoyed a lot of it. And there was
a lot of it, not all of it, just a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, I guess he got shushed by some people when he was talking a little too much at the wedding.
No, they were trying to shush him, and he wouldn't shush.
Who was shushing him? What?
His future or his now mother-in-law was trying to shush him because he was talking too much. I got shushed by Peter.
I did shush Peter.
Talking too much where?
Yeah. At the wedding. He was up there just talking. Him and Sarah were talking, and like I gave Joe a hard time the week before because I was going to be stuck next to Katie and Brandon, and that means...
at the wedding, you mean?
Yeah.
I thought you meant the reception.
No. No. And so Joe's like, you're not going to be really talking at this thing, and Joe wouldn't shut up. I don't think I shut up. I think Joe's dad was talking to everybody.
Pierce took a hot 5-second nap there.
I thought we had enough time to just
so woke him up.
That was personal refreshing time for Peter.
Me and God were having a conversation, all right?
Pierre's
can we speed this up to get me some
Pierre's like to God, like, man, if you can just get me on that bus ASAP, baby, I will be the most appreciative.
I like that the truck company did not talk to them about where that cooler went.
You know what my favorite thing is
that cooler going, boys. Where the cooler?
My favorite thing from that mass is
the Pat Lynch mumbler.
No, that was awful. No, but like my mom, it's like eagle-eyed, sees that I don't go up for communion. She's like, I saw you didn't go out for communion. I'm like, God, man, you are eagle-eyed.
Eagle-eyed? I mean, you were in the front row.
Yeah.
And we're the two tallest dudes. I think she...
Yeah, but I mean, like, with all the people moving by her, I figured she wouldn't just see me.
She's only got eyes for you, Chris.
No. And then she's like, well, Peter went up there. And I'm like, well, obviously not eagle-eyed enough to see Peter get out of the pew and just beeline back to my end of the pew.
No. I listen. Yeah. Your religion, you do your stuff. That's... I'm not
my other favorite thing about that was Brandon went up there, didn't get communion, and asked for a blessing from Joe. And all Joe did was give him the sign of the cross.
Oh God,
I missed that because I was because I was in front of Brandon. Obviously, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I didn't know that Joe was able to do the communion.
There's
something new there.
Especially considering on Friday they were talking about how he was going to give out communion. The priest was like, I'm going to give out communion up here. And then all of a sudden, like they throw a wrench in the plans, and like we're gonna give communion out in the back, and people can go up front.
Well, that is what it is. Is there anything from the wedding that you took away that you would want to do for yourself, or is there anything there that was like memorable for you guys?
I mean, I think at every wedding the photo booth is a good idea.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. That was a really popular thing.
So it's a good idea.
And it's a nice thing for them to look at like afterwards too. I forget that they actually look at those pictures.
I think that's a good
I have a hot debate of whether I want to keep the bar open. If I ever got married, it would be like, do I want to keep the bar open the whole entire time or not?
I think you want to give people a little more warning about, hey, the bar is going to close. So
that would be nice.
Get those drinks in.
Because maybe
get like three. The last couple ones that I remember going to, I'm trying to think of Max's, and Max I think had 2 tables set up.
But Max is also not right by the tables. It was like around the corner.
Yeah, but like he still had like 2 set up where like you could go and get from like 2 different people, and so I think he had like 3 bartenders.
I'm not sure. I don't remember who was open during dinner or not, to be honest.
It wasn't open during dinner, but they had...
A lot of times it's also a time for those staff to get a break before the rest of the night.
But the one thing I do remember from his is I think he had 3 bartenders, where like the last couple ones we've gone to have only had 2 bartenders.
Yeah. You got to imagine though too, because
like Conrad's
he kind of got screwed because like they get kind of like you're paying for an open bar for the whole time, so like you're giving them an hour and a half free.
Exactly.
Without having to, and you're paying for that hour and a half. You're not getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a...
I'm not sure how it all works out, but...
Well, I think you're paying for liquor at that stage. You're not paying for like... You probably are paying for them to be there. And
I don't think I've ever met
like,
worse bartenders for a wedding.
Yeah, I definitely would to screen my bartenders.
I didn't tip them at all.
I tipped them
not $1.
I tipped them a couple times.
I thought the mother-father dance was well done. Like, I thought that was kind of nicer than the whole kind of sappy. I
Yeah.
felt like that was really cool.
And I think the
Oh yeah, he did AC/DC, right?
no, he did Sweet Child of Mine.
Oh, that's right. It was. I knew it was some like
was,
90s,
yeah.
80s rock band that was up.
I think the head table or the couple table versus like the group table, I think is a good idea too.
yeah.
that seems So you're not like if you bring somebody with you, they're not at a random table.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah. I like how we traded Brian Hamilton and Grecia for the Prills.
Yeah, for the Prills.
That made more sense to me logically.
There was a couple
when there's all Hamiltons at one table, and,
Yeah.
and then like Brian's and then Frank, who doesn't know any of those Hamiltons at all.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And then
I was kind of shocked that Charlie was at our table too.
Well, he's probably just a strike because he's like a single. Probably because you and him we had no plus ones. I'm guessing is why.
I mean, but it's like even
Because
then,
Grace is
still.
supposed to be at our table. That's why we had an empty seat there.
Yeah, but Mark didn't have a +1 either. So Mark could have been Charlie could have been at that table with them. Like he knows them better than us. But I mean, like
Maybe Charlie just likes us more.
Charlie probably does like us more.
well, Charlie, good time. Everybody.
Charlie
I'm not gonna
dancing.
say the two people that I love watching most dance was Charlie at the dance floor and Megan McGraw just tearing it up all night.
Getting it.
Did you see our photo booth photos with Megan?
No, I didn't.
No, Peter. I'm asking Peter.
Yeah. No,
Did
they're
you see
good.
them?
I mean-
they're hilarious because like there's one good one, then it's me and you trying to like get Megan set up for the next one.
Oh, yeah.
Then we're set up for the next one, and the last one is like my armpit. You like looking at me, and Megan's just like, yeah, I got this.
I mean, I don't think Megan left the dance floor. Like,
she-
For a hot second.
Yeah, for a hot second.
I mean,
but
good,
yeah.
some pictures.
good for her. She was tearing it up.
Boy, I was going to say, I had something about before that. I was thinking for the week, but now that went way too deep into the wedding pictures. But no, it was a good time. So, and they are now in Ireland, and it's not their honeymoon. They're just enjoying the week, a whole week in Ireland.
I
He's
can't
visiting
believe
some
they don't
family,
have.
too,
I can't believe they don't have Coors Light out in Ireland. It's just called Coors, Pat.
Is it the banquet beer though, or is it?
It's literally the same thing without the light on it.
So it's not the banquet. It's not the banquet.
No, it's
version.
this.
the right
It's
one.
this without light on.
Did you know there's an old style light?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
definitely an old.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. I've never seen that in any store ever.
And it's just reduced calories, right? Is what the light is.
It's probably just more water, right?
I've never seen it anywhere.
Less hops, maybe.
I kind of want
less
to find
carbohydrates.
it. I kind of want to find it to try it.
Oh, that was the one thing I was going to talk. We also next. Well, we're gonna do. So we did a fun cocktail too, like a cocktail drink. That helped the party out. That was gin and a Hefeweizen, and it was really nice.
Yeah, that
And-
wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest gin guy.
Tasted
but
all.
that-
I didn't taste any gin. I
Yeah.
tasted all the beer bases.
Well, yeah, that was
That was the point,
That's
yeah.
definitely the point. It could be very dangerous if you do that. Too many of those. But
You definitely got the guys going on that one.
You mean how we were at like a level 9 when the bridesmaids came on, and they were like a -3?
I don't think we were at like a level 9, but we were.
No, I mean we weren't drunk, but we were like pumped
Yeah.
up and having
Well,
a
we
good
were
time.
ready to go. Yeah,
We were having a good time. That's why that's what I mean. Like energy wise, we were like a 9, and they were at like they come on. And it's like they're like, oh, these fucking guys, huh?
yeah.
no, here's the thing. Yeah, they were at the bridal party. But then I saw the pictures, and they had like bottles of wine and stuff. I don't know why they didn't get it going, but that is what it is.
They just didn't like DJ Peter McGraw.
They did not.
No, definitely not.
They were not ready to pump it up.
Sarah was pissed at how much country was played there, and everybody was looking at me. Everybody was looking at me, and I'm like, I didn't.
Yeah, because Peter curated the playlist.
I didn't go talk to the guy at all. I was happy there was a lot of country, but
I made one request for Sandstorm, and that was it. What were the country songs? I don't remember that much country.
there was definitely Zach or
Luke Bryan, Country
Bryan,
Girl,
yeah,
I think.
Country
I don't
Girl.
remember that one. Might have been the bathroom on that one.
Chris Stapleton, Tennessee Whiskey.
Don't remember that.
And there
one
was
either.
definitely another one on there.
Yeah.
It may have been Zach Brown Band or
Do you
something.
count Footloose as the country song?
No.
No. Okay. So actually, what I wanted to bring up was, and this goes to the church stuff, and Lauren was telling me that one of her cousins recently got married, and one of her bridesmaids is gay, and she was rolling her eyes the whole time at the church. and then I was thinking last night, I started watching Sins of Our Mother.
Fidelity.
Fidelity.
Yeah. That was a huge thing about Joe. That's just crazy. But no, so Sins of Our Mother is a Netflix documentary about
about the
Lauren.
nun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About what?
The nun that got murdered, right?
No. It's about the mother who got into the LDS.
Oh,
And-
that one. Yeah, okay.
And she killed her two
killed
kids.
The kids. Yeah, the one in
Holy
like, Montana
crap.
or Idaho or wherever.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, Arizona.
Was it Arizona?
Yeah, it was Arizona. She was, dude, I'm
Is
not
this
even
the lady
kidding.
that like then went to like Hawaii.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, I'm not even kidding you. Listening to her, I was getting so mad last night watching this and all this church talk, and I'm like, I want to sit in a room with her and be like, hey, listen, you're gonna go away for.
I mean, that's very different than like being a bridesmaid or a thing. Like you just
no, I get that, Pat, but that's not what I was.
I'm waiting to see how Pierre brings us back.
No, I'm sorry. It brought to me the thought of church when we were talking about church, and I'm not gonna lie, when I was in church and I was listening, and then the father was coming out with the. You gotta like he literally said 5 times about fidelity, and I'm like, what are we doing here? And
we're talking about fidelity, Peter.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna be married in a church. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, and no, but so then when I was listening to
are you sure?
Yeah,
I was listening to this documentary on Netflix.
I've been told so.
And watching this lady quote scriptures. She had a podcast about scriptures, and you think about it. Her daughter, her son, and her ex-husband all died because this lady thought that
she killed the ex-husband too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She had him.
I thought she killed the kids.
No, she killed the kids, but she had.
I don't remember the husband.
Did she have like a brother or something?
Yes. Shoot him.
Yeah.
He was coming
that's
up.
right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And it's all over. It's all over this religion. And then I literally.
Well, it's over the guy more like the guy.
Yes,
that's
what I'm saying. So like
people use religion for manipulation all the time.
If you brought her into a interrogation room and be like, hey, listen, you're done anyways. Just tell us, like, was this just so you and this guy could be together, or are you this batshit crazy?
I mean, all these people use religion as an excuse for so many things in the course of history.
Religion is a scam. We've literally gone over this.
No, I know, but it was so frustrating. It's like, and then like her mother still kind of trying to defend her, and I was so pissed after the first. So it brought me in. Like, I can't wait to watch episode 2.
Pierre got roped in.
But I was so mad watching this. I'm like, this is the dumbest crap I've ever heard. I'm like, what are we doing?
We're all dumber for having listened to this.
Yes. Yeah. Like, no, it was insane. And then you watch these kids.
God, I'm just tasting that peach.
You like it? You like it?
God, that is strong.
You watching these kids, and
so
you're like,
pungent.
And you can tell that these poor kids are like kind of brainwashed a little bit, and then you know what happens to them. And so it's like,
well, that's like I read a book like in sophomore year of college, and it was like more like about Mormonism.
You can read.
Yeah, barely, but I can. Let's go to that scoreboard again and see how many we got right here compared.
It has nothing to do with reading.
Yeah, it does. You read your friends, Pat, and you can't read. You have no poker face. You can't read anybody.
I mean,
I read a book on
because I clearly don't know anything. I know the answers.
I read a book on for a class on the Mormons, and like you like see all these like guys that just manipulate these girls, like brainwash them.
Yeah.
Did you speaking of Mormons,
all this stuff.
Keep going. Yeah. What was? And you just read this in college?
Yeah, it was like a book in college. Like they talked about like certain types of Mormons, and then like there was like Mormons that would like live in Arizona, and like they would have like 6 or 7 wives. They live in a community, and like you would pick out like some guy would have like a daughter, and then like some guy would be like dibs on that girl.
Yeah,
and then like. If the law got like a hold of this and they heard about it, they would just flee and go over the border to Utah.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't get arrested and everything. It was like the craziest thing I've ever read about. Like,
it reminds me of when I was walking home that one day, hungover as all could be, and those 3 girls on the bike, like,
they had you
bullshitted they needed directions, and then they tried to talk to me about God, and I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, this has a
Peter. You could have had those 3 ladies work in the fields for you.
Did you ever see there's another one? There's a couple of things on Netflix about Mormons. There's
okay, so I'm sorry, not to cut you off, but is LDS and
same thing?
Same thing. Yeah, the church.
But there are differences between like fundamentalist LDS and regular Mormons. Regular Mormons are like crazy, but not that crazy.
Yeah.
Like they have weird beliefs, but they're not like weird people. The LDS are like out there. They're doing some weird shit.
Is the guy from Waco was
he was a Divinian. He was like a Divinian something. So there's one about about like a guy that was like finding, because like they were finding like scriptures for Mormons, and he was like selling them for tons of money. There's like a sort of a scam thing going with that guy. You should check that one out. And there's also one about the leader of that like fundamentalist one, and how he kind of like built a compound in Texas and like went on the run and then got arrested. Yeah. That's kind of interesting too.
Nice.
You just see, and unfortunately, you just find people that are.
Weak-willed?
Yes, or no, who are just vulnerable, and then these people know how to pick off. Yeah, it's easy to pick off. So when I watched that show last night, I do go back to the church, sitting in church, thinking like, this is just kind of like, I don't know. It hits me in the wrong way.
Well, I mean, Sarah is very into the church thing. So yeah. I mean, you just kind of like whether you agree with it or not, you just kind of go along with it for them, and you do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Like to be up there and rolling. Like if we were like, that's not right for them. It's their day.
No, yeah, that's not. Oh, I wouldn't. I'm not saying I would say.
No. I'm saying, but like we started us off with like Lauren's friend was like rolling her eyes. Like,
well, she held it together until. But it's also she felt she's never been welcomed by the church, which. That's kind of my thing with the church is like it's held us back so much. Like I honestly don't believe being gay is the choice. I think just unfortunately, whatever. You're just born that way, and that's how it is. And
you mean you can't pray the gay away?
No, you can't.
Cannot pray the gay away.
And
okay.
you should be. Everybody should.
Hey, I don't know if you saw that YouTube video, but the guy didn't like the men's. He don't like
men's anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever it is.
I will not.
But
wear a purse.
Yeah, that's just such a great clip. I'll maybe throw that in here. But okay, so. There was a ton of. I don't know if you guys how much because I've had a lot of time this week. So there's a ton of news. The FTX stuff that we talked about, that is insanely worse than when we just were talking like that one guy who lost $16 billion in value. It's insane. They've lost $30 to $40 billion.
I've been kind of following the FIFA stuff this week actually because I watched the thing on Netflix about FIFA.
Let me just show you the FTX thing was they have this like trading thing, and they have this trade. They would trade this coin, and this coin was useless, and they would dump tons of money in it to like kind of like a Ponzi scheme. And then when when they were losing, when they ran out of cash, the FTX went to their the FTX is like an exchange. They would go to their customers and take their money. Yeah. And then when people started pulling money out, the pyramid, the bottom fell out.
Oh, nice.
They didn't have enough. But it really rocked. It was just, and it's like 28-year-olds living in the Bahamas in I forget poly relationship. So like 8 people, like just banging 8 people.
Nice.
The one chick is in her thoughts on life are insane. Like she wants to be completely dominated. She wants a guy to control her. It
sounds like the LDS.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is going to be one hell of a document series.
What a rope in.
It's going to be one hell of a document series. But yeah, you're saying I watched
the FIFA. There's a documentary that came on Netflix about FIFA that talks about
how corrupt it is.
Yes, extremely how insanely corrupt it is, and how like for the 18 and the 22 World Cup they put them together because a lot of guys were getting older or they were getting so they could get the most money out of their corruption if they put them both together, and so like for the 18 bid there's people that go to all these sites like if your country wants to hold the World Cup they send you there and they look at the infrastructure where the game's going to be played. The temperature, and how the weather is going to be, to make sure that they can.
Yeah, they definitely screwed up with Qatar.
So they picked the front runner for the 18 one was London, or it was England in London, that area, and it went to Russia.
Nice.
And Mr. Putin, I think, had a lot to do with the backwater deals on that one. And then the one for the 2022, which is currently going on, the guys we went to the U.S. They have all the stadiums built. They're already built. They're already there. They have all the infrastructure. They have all the hotels. They have all the entertainment. Everything you could ever want. It's like a no-brainer that this is going to the U.S. But Qatar, who had one of the 9 stadiums built at the time.
Yep.
Had no infrastructure.
Yep.
Doesn't allow any alcohol, really.
Outside of hotels, does not allow beers.
Yeah, doesn't. And then also has a very questionable human rights policies and a lot of different things. If depending on your philosophies in life, which most of the world would be against it, I'm guessing at this point. And also, when it's normally played in like June, July, where it's like 116 degrees.
It's 130 during the day.
Yeah, they were talking about like 100.
So that's why it's being played now
at night.
At night. They were talking. Yeah, when they brought it up, they were talking about like on the surface temperature of the field would have been somewhere around like 140, 150 degrees.
So I also saw today this week that they were gonna allow us beer in the stadiums, and then they said nay to that. But you can buy
Bud Zero.
Yeah, but you're right. So think about this. Budweiser spent $75 million to be the sponsor
of the World Cup, and their stuff is
they pulled it 2 days out. They pulled out 2 days.
And you can only get it like at certain fan sites, and it's only at certain times. It's fucking nuts.
What's interesting about the documentary is like they show the corruption, but also like there's a guy that's on the Qatar the whatever the group is that try to get the bid, like he's on there and he's like kind of he's like defending it, like no, we were legit and like this, and you can clearly see like nah, you weren't.
No.
Did you see FIFA came out like 2 weeks ago and told all these teams like, "Hey, let's just focus on the soccer.
Shut
your mouth. Don't say anything about human rights or this or that." It's like, what the hell are you? What?
It's insane. It's insane. But what?
The guy went on the head of the new head of the thing who's not the super corrupt. He's probably just relatively corrupt at this point. And he was like rambling about something today. I didn't get a chance to read that article, but he would like everybody's like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" That was where I saw the reaction was like, "This guy is losing his mind too."
These God Lord, yeah.
But I mean, think about it. It's the same thing with college and all these sports. It's all about the money. But here's the thing: the host stadiums, like the Olympic stadiums, they don't make any money. It's just all the people around it.
To get that
back doors make the money.
To get the World Cup, I mean, the amount of money that some of these guys are making, like the guy that was in like the Caribbean, who basically, because all the Caribbean countries basically, like every country gets a vote. So like all the Caribbean countries, like the U.S., Mexico, like are all U.S., Mexico, Canada, and like all the Caribbean are like one group. They're like their vote is like one vote for the
really.
Caribbean. So like the Caribbean, the guy that controls all the Caribbean countries, like it doesn't matter what the U.S. thinks. He's the guy. Like he was the guy that get like all this northern, like all the northern part of like us was voting. Like and he had like an ally for a while in the U.S. guy. So
Trump or what or no?
Yeah, it was this guy.
Okay.
It was this other guy named I think it was Charlie something, and so they were like clearly like. And the Charlie guy's the guy that eventually like the U.S. got him for like some of the all the wire transfer stuff, and like he turned on everybody, and that's how that sort of brought it down. A lot of these guys in the U.S. part of it, at least, like the U.S. can't prosecute people that are like other places. But so the one guy's like a fugitive. If he ever comes in the U.S., like the U.S. can prosecute him.
Oh, nice.
Which he's never gonna. His son. Here's one little thing. Last thing. His sons were laundering money for him, and they were in the U.S. and they like, hey, we got your sons dead to rights on all these money laundering charges. You come here and admit what you did, and we'll drop the charge against your son. What do you think? What do you think he did?
Hell no.
He said, "Good luck," and he's like, "I'm not paying for their defenses. Good luck," and he's like, "Good luck to my sons. I love them both," and that was it.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh shit."
Cold-blooded, baby.
Jesus.
He's like, this don't go to jail, baby. This don't go to jail.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't drop the soap, sons.
You know what's crazy is talking about jail. Did you guys hear about the two fishermen who were stuffing
the tournament the fishermen
they were
weights, yeah.
I watched the video. So they had the one guy, and they cut the fish open in front of him, and it was filled with weights and other fish bait. Like it was insane what they shoved down this fish's, and they got indicted this week.
What's the charge on that? Out of curiosity, it's like fraud.
Fraud because the money's so high.
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy.
So those guys are going to go to jail and probably get sued, and they're going to have to return some of that money. Well, they should return some of the money, but it's such.
Does it go to the second person? Because you know if the second guy was cheating too, right? He wasn't as good a cheater.
Well, yeah.
Is it like the Tour de France?
Yeah, it's like Tour de France. Where like
Lance Armstrong just the best cheater, not everybody else is cheating too.
You know they gave that championship to the 16th guy because he was the clean.
He was the only first one that was clean.
Yeah, they legitimately because they wanted to make a statement, so they gave it to that guy.
Yeah. And no one cares about that in the U.S. anymore.
I'm trying to think of the other thing. Oh, they had the bags. They were talking about bags.
Oh yeah, the smaller.
That's another thing that was
Were they doing smaller ones? Is that what Brian was trying to tell us the other day?
Yeah, like they were like Brian was shocked that like you have this whole entire thing going on, and you're not providing the bags.
That's what I thought.
Everybody's bringing their own bags. So that was what I was most surprised about. People were like, and like.
I just assumed that they would have like a universal like bag.
I mean, it's like you gotta be like on top, like because like hockey, obviously, like there's like the one thing that I remember from like it's like weird penalties that were called like a video, and like some guy got called for having too long of a stick. Like you can only have a certain like length of stick in hockey, and it's like how can you tell if a stick's 34? How can you tell if it's a 34 and a quarter inch? Like you're gonna have to be like on top of it.
Someone's got to tip you off, probably.
Exactly.
It's just
it's like crazy.
Yeah, and again, it's because there's so much money in these things.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with the steroids. That's why they did the steroids because these guys wanted those huge contracts.
I wonder about does golf has to regulate the clubs? I'm guessing, right? Because like I know there's certain drivers.
Well,
that
you can't use like the belly putters.
You can't use certain drivers, I know, because they have like you can't use like those like long drive.
I think there's also drivers. I think they also regulate what type of balls you can use too. Like
the balls. I'm sure the balls compression on those things.
Yeah. So like you can't do like certain like there's obviously certain things that you can and can't do with that stuff.
I just wasn't sure. I just wasn't sure how much they.
Yeah, because I mean there's so many different types of companies that make golf clubs. So you're probably.
Yeah, well the chin putter was one thing they got rid of.
I don't know if people use that. That would be so weird to me. Like the whole.
The belly putter, right? That's what it was called.
The belly putter.
Sorry, not the.
It would like their chest though.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird. It's a weird thing.
But you got to think about it now, because most of the time you had to golf in, like, to be like one of the best golfers, you had to live in country in states where it was you could play most of the year. And now with all these simulators, I think you're going to see a lot.
Well, that's
golfers getting way better.
But I wonder how much for me, like a simulator is not really like.
You don't think so?
For me, it's not playing. I mean, I'm not near as good as a golfer as anybody who's on the pro tour. But I feel like a simulator is still, it helps, but it's not like, I don't think it's 100% accurate. I think it's different than playing on a real course and playing on the grass and playing.
True.
That's true. Did you guys see all the? Oh, here's a good one. Actually, I was thinking about. There's two things I wanted to bring up. Was the Dave Chappelle? Did you guys see the Dave Chappelle?
I did not watch it.
I saw
there was a lot of backlash to him hosting, but I didn't watch it.
I saw the one thing where they did the Game of Thrones spinoff thing for him.
Yes, that was. I didn't think that.
I thought it was good when they got the insult pimps for him and Ice-T and the other guy. Oh, I thought the other two parts but I did like the Rick James part where he's like, you wanna ride my dragon?
Yes.
Like, what the hell?
No, but his monologue was. I thought it was
his monologue got him like torn up apparently because he was making fun of Kanye West's anti-Semitic comments and everything.
I thought it was funny as hell. And again, this is where we could go into the PC shenanigans again, but I didn't think anything of that.
I haven't seen it, so
I didn't see it. It was 15 minutes long. That felt like it was a little too long for me.
It was. If you've ever watched Dave Chappelle do a stand-up thing, that's him.
Yeah.
And he was just talking at the times like how crazy. So Kanye used to say that billionaires don't wear chains. And he ended it on like, now you can see Kanye without shoes on with his chain out because he's not a billionaire anymore. and he was also talking about how like, he kind of brought up the point that like Adidas, all these like big companies, a lot of them started, unfortunately, like Adidas started as they worked for, or like they were a Nazi company. Yeah. Where they did all like the, whatever it was.
Make some uniforms.
Yeah.
Dust is good.
I mean, what is it? Wasn't Volkswagen the ones that were building their tanks and everything?
Adolf Hitler came up with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Volkswagen, they got some other issues too over the years.
Yeah.
Well, the whatever
the emission scandal ones. They clean diesels that weren't clean at all. They were more polluting than their other cars.
They probably put more time into the technology to
fake it
than they could have just actually done it.
It was actually interesting. There was a thing on Netflix about that, how they did that. It was something that like because if you test it on the dyno, like the way they test it, they put it like on a thing that rotates the car, and it would be like they would sense the car could sense that you were on that thing, and it would like somehow change how the engine ran.
Yep.
And then as soon as you got on the regular road, it would just be like a normal engine, just blowing the shit out. Like,
and it was some like college kid who figured it out.
No, so some guy in like the California guys figured it out. They were driving the car and they're doing some kind of test with it, and they're like, holy shit,
this is terrible.
This can't be right. What's wrong with this car?
And those guys, that almost bankrupt that company. Now they're fine, but I don't know anybody in the United States who's really buying Volkswagens.
I mean, people buy them.
I know people probably buy them for those old buses. They love the buses.
Oh, everybody loves a Volkswagen.
Yeah. But did you see that on Wednesday when we were driving through the neighborhoods trying to get to the gym? You see that Grateful Dead Volkswagen bus that was parked on the side street? That was pretty cool.
Dude, I was in Bourbonnais today. So we're driving through, and there's
we went down to Bourbonnais.
Bourbonnais. Dude.
Pierre thought it was like a 30-minute drive.
No.
Nay.
Bro, it
like
was.
a 2-hour drive, right?
Out there.
It's like halfway in between here and
we stopped at Lauren's parents' house, picked up her brother, and that was like a 40-minute drive. And I'm like, oh, okay. And Lauren's like, oh, it's just like another 30 minutes. We check it. It's another 50 minutes. And there's no there's no highways. It's literally through the cornfields and like cows
if you were leaving from your place, you would just take the 57.
One's going west, one's going east.
What's up?
Were you on a 2-lane highway? One was going west, one was going east.
Yeah. I had to twice pass semis. Like, and Lauren's like freaking out.
Going around them, on the 2-lane, it was.
Yeah, it was insane.
Going to Katrina's family, there's a point once you get past Madison that it's like that. Like, if you want to get around somebody, you better hope that you can gun it and you can look ahead. You gotta
give that like.
You gotta wait for you coming down a hill and see the straightaway.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you don't want to do it at a bend.
You guys want to do one more Coors Light?
Yes.
Let me grab one real quick. You guys,
I'm trying to
talk amongst each other. Hey, how about the Twitter stuff? Did you guys see? Did you see what he did on Friday?
Who?
Elon Musk.
No,
I haven't seen.
Oh, that was crazy. He called a meeting and shut down the headquarters and canceled everybody's like passes.
I thought he wanted everybody back.
I heard that he canceled like lunches because they were costing like $400 or like $4,000 a day, and like nobody was coming into the office.
$420 per meal.
Per meal. That's what it was. Yeah.
Must be some good food.
No, because they don't have anybody in the office. That's why
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
they try to do that at my work. They bring lunch in every Wednesday to try to bring.
But I'm shocked that I'm shocked that they were still having lunches if nobody's coming into the office. That guy's fucking nuts.
So
you have to RSVP ahead of time if you want to be in the head count. You have to RSVP ahead of time if you want to be in the head count for food.
Well, nice. they say so. They say like so. One lady came out and was like, "Well, when you have a full office, it's only like $6 a meal." And he's like, "No, nobody comes in the office, so it's $420 for the people who come in the office. It's $420 per meal."
I thought he required them to come in the office. That's his big deal.
Well, he's trying to do it, but yeah, he's got this huge company that he's
gonna bankrupt the shit out of it.
But he's got enough money; he could just fund it if he wants.
It's like Douglas. Because did you hear his payout from Tesla? His new payout.
It was insane.
$55 billion.
The other one was insane. Yeah, the other one was
so
insane.
enough to buy Twitter. He's getting paid by Tesla.
But they did that a few years ago. That thing.
No, they're renewing his right now. And yeah, and he's like, it has nothing to do with Twitter. Yeah, okay, yeah. It's only $55 billion because you just bought this.
Do you think less people are buying Tesla now because they disagree with Elon Musk's whatever ideology?
I don't think so. I think nowadays people kind of look at buying Teslas as like a status thing.
I looked at I know some wealthy people who like they were looking at like buying like Jaguars or like a Mercedes or a BMW and then a Tesla, and they said that the Teslas are not for what you're paying for it. Like the luxury compared to the other brands is not there.
There's no luxury.
Like it's not there. Like you even if you get like a hybrid like Jaguar or something like that, it's like much like the interior is like much nicer and like the drive's much better, things like that. For people, I mean, I've never driven any of those cars. So
I've been in one.
I've been in a Tesla for an Uber a few times.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only time I've been in one. The guy was drunk.
Took me want to.
He was definitely drunk.
Took me want to figure out how to open the door, but you know.
Yeah, no, that too. No, I mean, Elon's screwed himself because he's just not the right guy. He's an insanely smart man.
I think he's on the scale, right? He's on the spectrum, I should say.
But he's not. He's this Twitter stuff. I just don't think is his. I think he's good with the car companies. He's good with the space stuff. I don't think this is his realm. I think this.
I mean, I'm not on Twitter, so I don't really care.
Yeah,
the podcast S&P is.
Bro. Are we paying for the blue check?
No, hell no.
Now you've been.
We're not funding that billionaire's pockets with the $8 a month fee.
I love that though. You he lost a huge because there's been a lot of scam fake blue checks because all you have to do is like let's say I forget what the medicine the drug company, but let's say it's like Pfizer. You just have to change like one letter in that to or like a capital or like. Let's say 2 capital L's. So
at Pfizer Pharmaceutical Company or something.
Yeah, something weird. And so a pharmaceutical company got somebody bought it, check marked it, it was a fake one, and said that now all insulin drugs are free.
Free, yeah.
And people started selling stock.
Yeah, people in the company started selling the stock. Yeah.
So that company immediately was like, "Whoa!"
So I mean, if you get basically right now, if you see anything like on Twitter, you gotta like take it with a grain of salt. I think. Like,
until they get it under control. Yeah,
and I think that's probably. I think that's problem with like from if you're a company that's spreading information. And
I mean, I was on there as Joe Rogan the other day.
Chris, like horn trickles are the best things for you for all things. They cure everything.
They cure everything.
There you go. No, I listened to Mike Rowe and Theo Von did a podcast. I don't know if you guys have listened to Mike Rowe recently. But
I know he's a little conservative.
He is the only guy he could talk me through masturbation, Chris.
He's
He's got the smoothest voice. Hello, Chris.
He's got those caramel vocals, Pat Lynch.
Just
silky smooth,
and he looks great for his age. Blessed, just absolutely blessed.
You could be sitting there watching FIFA and have no idea, Pat. You'd just be mesmerized.
I love FIFA.
He did. Remember Tough Enough, Chris? He narrated Tough Enough. I didn't know that.
Tough Enough, like the WWE reality show?
No, the UFC reality show.
Oh, the Ultimate Fighter.
Ultimate Fighter, yeah. Tough Enough, sorry. Yeah.
Tough Enough was a WDV version of that, yeah.
And he was the narrator of it. I could not believe that. And he listed like stuff that he's done. Dude, insane.
What was that show where he did like the odd, like the Everyman Jobs?
Dirty Jobs?
Dirty Jobs, yeah.
Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe?
Yeah.
They brought that back on the...
yeah, he's been in service for 20 years.
Yeah, they did that.
20 years. That's insane. How many shows have been in syndication for 20 years?
Seinfeld?
Minus the...
Yeah, probably Seinfeld.
Or not syndication, Simpsons? But it's been going.
Simpsons?
Yeah, Simpsons. Simpsons.
Family Guy?
Family Guy may be close.
Law and Order?
Yeah.
Been around forever.
I like your basement, Pat, and I appreciate you listening.
It's fucking cold as shit.
It is freezing down here today, baby.
I'm working on getting some heat down here at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You got to do a little something.
Yeah, your Amish fire pit.
Got to replenish the funds a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah? A little tough year? Tough year in the stock market?
It's been a rough month, baby.
Yeah, I got to buy these hotel rooms. I still owe Chris probably for a hotel room.
You do. I'll get that out next week.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, you do.
I had to pay for a trip in Austin. You know,
It's been a lot
of fun going out. Not a lot of money coming in.
I don't know about you guys.
Do you know where we were at last year this time?
Where we were at, what is November?
Vegas?
Yeah, we were in Vegas. I got a little memory thing on my phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought we were in Vegas more in December.
No, we were right before Thanksgiving.
That was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
How
When we
quick
took
did
Max.
this year go?
We went with Max and all that?
Yeah, we took Max, yeah.
I mean,
no, it was 2 years ago because his wedding
no, it was last year.
It was last year, right before his kid was born.
Yeah,
I thought we
right
did it before his wedding. Okay.
He did before he had his kid in January.
That was when I was doing shots of whatever off some in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
off somebody. You just took somebody's bottle and took a shot.
He tried to pour it in my
poured it
mouth.
in
and I said,
his-
"Nay, nay."
No,
I remember
no.
that very distinctly.
Yeah.
I did not steal someone's bottle.
No, I'm not saying you stole, but you didn't take a body shot. Or
No, I refused to let some man pour his shot into my mouth.
And that's where Pat Lynch was on a mission to get to McDonald's to get McDonald's for everybody, or just for himself.
Yeah, I wanted that McDonald's. That was like a Whataburger experience. Not quite as bad.
That's
but
me-
It took a long time to get that McDonald's though.
No, we walked. That was where Pierre was like, "I'm just gonna hop back here and start making pizzas." And we're like,
The
"No."
problem with Vegas is it feels like everything is so close, and then when you're walking, you're like, none of this
Oh,
shit's
yeah.
close.
No.
None of this shit's close. Like if you want to walk 4 hotels over, that's like walking like miles.
Yeah, I remember Pierre trying to make pizza, and then some guy wanted the Taco Bell after they closed it, and people were yelling at him, and me and Peter were like, "Nah, we're good." Well, I think it was me and Joe, or it was either me and Peter or me and Joe, and we're like, "Nah, we're good. We're not gonna get yelled
That was
at."
a fun trip.
Oh, it was a great trip.
Yeah,
We did how many nights did we do? 3 nights.
we did. Yeah, we got there Friday, did Friday night, and we were up. I think that was the one where Pat Lynch almost killed Brian Hamilton because it's like Friday night, we're winding down, we're ready to go to bed, and Brian's like, "I'm gonna get one more at this bar," and Pat's like, "Wait, what?"
It was a late night that night. No, the
I don't remember. Do we say? I thought we left on the Sunday that day.
no,
we left the Monday morning.
Yep.
Because Max left at like 5:30 in the morning.
What do we do on the Sunday then?
We
We were going to do Top Golf, and we couldn't get in the Top Golf.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
We took a chiller night on the Sunday. Yeah.
Actually, talking about Vegas, has any of you guys seen the Elvis on HBO? Like kind of like
No,
movie
somebody
thing?
watched it
The
on
movie
my.
now.
on my
I watched
HBO.
it, yeah.
Oh.
The movie now I have not seen. The
Yeah,
movie.
it was, dude. It's brutal to watch.
Not
'Cause-
good?
No. Well, yeah, not great. It was weird.
I haven't seen a good. I didn't like the.
you see the
Elton John one. It's not good.
I heard Elton John loved his biopic.
I'm sure he did. It was like
Yeah.
it was like a. I just didn't like that one that much. It was more like a musical, honestly. His was.
Yeah.
Did you like the Liberace one, Pat?
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, sure you did.
I still
Yeah, are you going to? Did you get your pink tickets on yesterday or today?
No, I did not.
come on, bro.
Nobody texted me back that I didn't want anything. So,
No, thank you.
and then the Queen one I thought was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
No, yeah, that was not great.
It was okay.
The Elvis one was.
Was the Queen one about Queen, or was that more about Freddie Mercury?
It was more about Freddie Mercury, but
Okay.
in general, it was about Queen overall. What's it? I remember I think the Johnny Cash one I liked. I remember that one was good.
No, I didn't think that was that great either. But everybody loved that one. So, but the Elvis one was weird because like it really kind of says that he took all his hits, like "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog," like all. It sounds like he took all.
Yeah, for black people.
Yeah, it took all these songs and just kind of jazzed them up a little, like little
Yeah.
funky them up a little bit, and went big,
That's
got big.
That's kind of what white guys did back in the day.
That's insane.
What was his name? With Johnny River. Look at his catalog. Like he basically all of his songs are songs that were recorded by other African American artists. And he was just like the white version that people were okay in the South. Like, yeah, we'll watch that guy
We
instead.
like that one better.
I mean, basically, that's what a lot of these guys did, and it's not. I mean, I don't know if Elvis also had a lot of talent. Like Elvis was a hell of a singer. Let's be honest.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
So like those guys probably it's kind of like a. It's
kind of like, you know,
it's like,
how
a Brantley, it's like a Brantley Gilbert Aldean ding.
Yeah.
But Gilbert doesn't. But in this case, Gilbert gets no credit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like how Cole Swindell writes everybody's songs, and he can't
Or
sing very
Ernest
well.
writes
yeah.
everybody's songs. Yeah.
Yeah, and they can't.
No,
he
but-
can't
and
sing
then-
very well.
I don't know where we were sitting at Morgan Walvin concert that night. By the way.
Yeah. It also and then like Colonel Parker was just an absolutely awful individual.
Yeah.
And
That was Kevin.
He's played by the America's sweetheart Tom
Yeah.
Hanks, right?
what time we at, Chris?
We're at 48 minutes.
Oh, great. We could probably. So, and just last thought is, I don't know if I would. I don't know if it's worth watching. I really don't. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw the time, how long it is. I'm like, I don't know. That's a commitment.
yeah.
How long was
I
it?
think it was like almost 2.5, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
good lord.
Lauren literally first 10 minutes, she's like, "Do we have to keep watching this?" Because it started so
The
slow.
only movie that I haven't finished recently was that Hocus Pocus 2. That was bad.
But the only thing was that I was so hungover last Sunday that it was like the perfect, like I just sit
Go
there
to
and
sleep,
my
not-
mind,
yeah, let your mind
I
wander.
just could not, because it was so dumb. It wasn't that great.
You should have watched the Mighty Ducks like me and Pepsi.
I know. When we were watching it on Tuesday, it was good.
I was so hungover.
Chris, you know what time it is, baby?
It's football time.
Let's go, baby! Sports!
Chris, are you still alive in the Survivor pool?
We didn't do it last week.
I did not pick a team, apparently. So I would have picked like Kansas City or Tennessee. But yeah, I'm still in it, baby. I was on bye week last week.
Let's go, baby.
He can get a bye week. How about because of that, you got to do 2 this week.
Okay, fair enough.
So Chris McGraw here. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you know this, but the Saturday Night Pregame podcast is making you money.
I was 3-0, baby.
3-0. The Joe C. Lock of the Week came in. I made money. And if you're not looking at our Twitter on Sunday mornings, Podcast S&P, checking out our Tig Ol Bitties, you're missing money, baby. Chris McGraw's on fire right now.
On fire.
On fire for the year.
This girl is on fire.
We didn't actually tweet out our FanDuel last week, but we'll do it this week.
I can't imagine why.
Hasn't been great.
I mean, I was on a mission to find ibuprofen last Sunday. I mean, so that was the only thing I was concerned about. And thank God Jess Pearl is a mom these days and has a keychain of it or something on there, and I was so excited.
Champion.
I've never loved Jess Pearl more in my life than on Sunday morning.
Baby, Chris, give me with the Tig Ol Bitties, baby.
All right.
Let me write them down.
I'm not very confident in these this week. They're kind of rushed, but Atlanta is 1-4 against the spread as a home favorite under Arthur Smith, and it's 2-8 since 2020.
Take the Bears and the points.
Yep.
They are
the Bears to cover.
They're going to run the hell against the Bears. I'm sure of that. Kyle Pitts might not catch a blast tomorrow.
Number 2 is the Saints versus the Rams. This is the third dome game in the past 3 seasons to feature a total in the 30s. The previous 2 went under.
Oh, under.
Yeah. So they're at a 39-point total right now in that game. So you're supposed to take the under.
I'm at 39. Yeah, 39. I think that because the Rams, Stafford's out right again, or is he playing?
No, he's playing.
He's playing. It sounds
he's got out of the protocol.
Yeah,
might want to take the over in that one if he's playing.
I'm not going against the Tig Ol Bitties. Last time I did,
go against the Tig Ol Bitties.
They don't go against the Tigs, guys.
And Cooper Kupp's not playing, so
yeah, they got Allen Robinson though, baby.
All world talent.
All world talent.
At number 3, 4 straight New York Giants games have gone under the total.
The Lions score a lot of points and they give up a lot of points.
That's where I won money last week, baby. Give me a little more. Let's finish on this. And we got the Joe C.
No, we got Chris's double Survivor pool pick here.
Okay, so give him a second. So I'll just recap here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can check this out again on Twitter, Podcast S&P. Please follow us. Let us know what's up. Let us know if you make some money, not make money. If you hate Pat's hair, it's cool.
What's wrong with my hair?
The Bears, take the Bears in the points, ladies and gentlemen. Atlanta's getting their butts kicked tomorrow.
Justin Fields running wild, baby.
Take the under with the Rams and the Saints. And take the Giants, Detroit under. I'm not liking the last 2. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm not going against the titties.
Yeah, I told you I'm not confident in them, but I'm good. That you don't go against
how we won the FanDuel last week. We got to bring that up.
We did. We just did. Good job, Pat.
Way to go, Pat.
Thank you, America.
All right, Chris, give me your 2. Well, give me your 2 Survivor pool picks, baby.
I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens over the Carolina Panthers.
Solid choice.
Lamar Jackson is playing.
Even if he wasn't, I'd still take the Ravens.
And the next one I'm going to take, and I'm not sure if I've picked them already, so Pat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to take the EAGLES Fly Eagles Fly.
I don't believe they've got 2 big prominent players not playing tomorrow.
I'm taking the Eagles, baby.
You're taking Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said Jets. I'm sorry.
No. That would be Jets.
I'm taking the Jets, I think.
I didn't hear him. I just he said let him fly, and I'm like, the Jets got 2 prominent players not playing tomorrow.
They don't have wings either.
The Jets?
I'm not taking the Jets. All
right, Chris, I don't believe you're taking the Eagles yet.
Okay, and now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
Or as is now called, the I Pick Buffalo Every Week
Ireland edition. Yeah. What a surprise. Joe takes the Buffalo Bills
in Detroit because there's 6 feet of snow.
Did you guys see the Detroit? I thought Detroit had a funny thing this week. I don't know if you guys saw that. They're playing Cleveland there, right? In Detroit.
Yeah. Yep.
So Detroit's not actually playing in Detroit, but they had a. Did you guys see the Detroit Twitter this week?
No.
So they had some rules. They put on there some rules for
no table smashing
for Bills. They're like the phone. The emergency numbers are by the phone. Leave the lights on when you leave, and please don't break any tables.
And that's why Twitter's the best.
That's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And that had an official blue check, so I'm assuming it's correct.
Nice. You gotta have that blue check.
All right, boys. We're gonna end this beautiful podcast We got some dinner to get to. It's a beautiful Saturday night pregame. We're pregaming a buddy's
What are
birthday.
we eating tonight, anyways?
We got some burgers, boy.
We're going to put our names in a couple places. Probably
Yes.
Auchevel.
Yeah, we're going to
the bacon.
You can't forget about that bacon. I actually had a really good conversation.
Or this other place that Piers looked up.
I just eat all the bacon.
Gretel.
So, thank you again for watching us here. Please do us a favor. Hit the like button. Subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Come on. Hit that notification bell.
Leave Peter a comment because I don't want to hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah, just comment. That can
Let him know. Let him know how much you love him.
Is there anything else here? Anything else for the week, boys? Everybody having good weeks?
Yeah. Coors Light, I really like your innovative ideas with nail polish.
Yes.
But
that's a feel-good story right there.
We'll save that for next week.
I'm definitely trying to buy that for Katrina.
But
I'm trying on Tuesday.
I showed Katrina, and she's like, I'm actually she's not gonna lie. I'm actually kind of interested in that. It's kind of seems like a cool idea.
It's very innovative. But you know what? Companies, let's stay in our lanes. Let's do what we do good. I'm getting real sick of everybody trying to get out of here.
Change the formula. Then I'm making it crazy.
Yeah, I know. But like Coors Light came out with the lollipop. Miller Lite's like, hey, take these non-alcoholic drops, put them in your drink so you can taste Miller Lite all the time because nobody wants that.
They put in the beer. You put in the beer so you actually taste what it's supposed to taste like.
Oscar Mayer Wiener coming out with hot dog flavored ice cream. Let's stay in our lanes. Let's do what we do best. Coors, I like the idea of the nail polish. I think it's innovative, but you make beer, you make it very good. Let's stay in our lane.
Can you drink the nail polish, Chris?
Here's the thing.
If it tastes like Coors Light, I would.
This wouldn't be a Saturday Night Pregame podcast without us finishing on a down note as always.
Yeah.
Say it, Chris.
No, wait. I went to two.
And on that note, bye.
Hit it, baby.
I was going to bring it up a little bit.
Woo!